Wait, explain the Fresh and Fit thing before you go, bro. With Andrew Schulz.
I thought you were about to say with us.
No, I know y'all story. I just didn't see the.
He keeps calling our agent.
To this day?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Why?
I don't know actually.
You talking about like even on what are they on Kicker Rumble?
Yeah, like recent, like the last month or so. Yeah.
He's still
calling agent. Yeah. Yeah, they are bored. Fresh, but I think that's why they're doing it though. I think they're just calling people out and trying to start something because we get some traction. I think that is why they're doing it.
I heard they wrote a speech about y'all.
They might have. So they got into this back and forth where they keep trying to say that they're going to trying to fight ABBA, even though Preach is the one who said I'm willing to fight y'all, but they don't want to fight Preach. They don't want to fight Preach. They don't want to fight the dude that broke into their house because he said he's also willing to fight as well.
Oh, he's a what?
But they're picking people who they believe that they can beat. That's the reason why.
Okay.
The thing. Oh yeah. Then they also pivoted to anime too. So all of a sudden they're making.
I did see the Dragon Ball Z
references and stuff like that, and I'm like, my nigga, like, what? You know what's so crazy is that they literally made fun. One of the things they make fun of Agent I for, he's like, oh, Agent just some loser who makes 2K videos. He plays video games. I'm like, oh my god. And now here we are like 3-4 years later and they're making references to video games and anime. Fresh and Fit, no, not Fresh and Fit. DJ Academics went on Andrew Schultz podcast. What is it called? Flagrant 2.
Yeah. They
went on a podcast, they were having a conversation, and DJ Academics brought up Fresh and Fit. He's the one who brought up Fresh and Fit. As he brings up Fresh and Fit, they start asking the question like, oh, do they even do the podcast anymore? Now, DJ Academics thought that was disrespect, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't know they did it either because it doesn't show up on the recommendation anymore because they're not making any money off of it. So that's just how YouTube works. YouTube works that way where they're not going to recommend it to people if it's not making them any money.
I found that out today from Night Talk or MTR, but go ahead.
Yeah, and so, I didn't, to be honest with you, I knew that, but I didn't know they were still doing it on YouTube. I had thought they went to another platform, but no, they still doing it on YouTube. So I didn't know that either.
Multi-stream then.
Getting multi-stream. They simulcast.
Okay.
So they still upload. So, but they were asking the question. Now you can definitely say that the tone in which they chose to start asking the question was very sarcastic. It can be.
Okay.
But no, it was sarcastic and demeaning or whatever. However, it's a podcast about comedians. Like they're gonna crack jokes at other people's expenses, and on top of that, I think that it is they're not like the biggest fan of them anyway. So like that's even more reason to why they want to do it. The biggest thing that I keep getting to take away is like, bro, like how is it that y'all alpha men are just so sensitive to everything, bro? To me, that don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Like y'all are sensitive. Y'all are sensitive. Like literally every single last thing. Any little bit of stuff will push you over the edge, and all of a sudden you're tripping, bugging out. Man, there's a clip of Myron yelling in front of a microphone. Like it's pretty insane and crazy. And personally speaking, I think it's very telling of who they are, and they keep revealing who they are. As in terms of like character and stuff like that, but people just decide to just brush it aside. I just don't understand it whatsoever. Go to YouTube. Do you see them yelling?
No, I didn't see.
Go to the ABBA and Preach video.
Okay, she getting married now. She is getting married.
Right there.
This one?
Yeah.
Do you an emotional male?
Not really. I would say I do a good job of, controlling them.
Okay.
These two in Canada try to destroy us. Guess what?
Yeah.
This is a crazy screenshot, by the way. This is a crazy pause right here. Hell no. Wait a minute. I don't even understand what this. I'm confused.
I would say that you are extremely emotional. Do you consider yourself an emotional male?
Not really. I would say I do a good job of, controlling them.
Okay.
These two in Canada try to destroy us. Guess what happens? We became even stronger from that shit. I'm like, yes, you can. Stop being a man. because you have the fierce tenacity that no one can.
No, that's no.
A little sick today.
No, that's a skit.
No. Them yelling was towards the end.
Okay, that's a skit. That's a skit.
Right there, you passed it. This is all part of it. Right
This
there.
is a skit. I didn't even get a chance to go full fucking screen.
Even if you get that, you get the temporary boost, you get the dopamine from people calling you a big dude. But the truth is, you're still the same miserable ass person you were before.
No one fucking respects you because you're a bitch. You're a fucking bitch. You're sitting in this chair saying, well, yeah, just network with millionaires. I don't know if we're going to make it. Oh, now everyone's going to become a millionaire. You're a pussy. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're going to have the mindset that I have. I will not fucking lose. These two in Canada try to destroy us. Guess what fucking happens? We became even stronger from that shit. I'm like a fucking say it. You hit me, I live through the battle, and I get stronger after the fact. Now we're number one men's podcast in the world.
That's such a...
He called himself a sane, so he's making again references. So like that's what I'm saying. Like Myron is like one of the most interesting people I've ever. And what's crazy is that I think if you just take him at face value, I don't even think that it's really that alarming or crazy, because like that's kind of obvious that he would even act like that if you see some of his patterns. But like the concept of like he's not emotional, that he's not crazy is ridiculous. Like it's flat out ridiculous. For whatever reason that doesn't being labeled as being an emotional train wreck. I have no idea why. But no, Myron is like just extraordinarily emotional, comes across as childish, and all of this is coming from them making an argument that, they try to destroy us and we became bigger and better and stronger. But the result of you all combating with Abba and Preach ended up y'all losing monetization on your own channel. Y'all lost millions of dollars trying to beat them. You think that is like, is that what y'all think? Y'all think that's a positive? Like, no, absolutely not. So I just think the way that they handle the whole thing is just crazy. But yet again, I mean, it's fresh and fit. I don't know what else people want from any type of conversation around them. They've already highlighted who they are. They've showed their hands several different times. If at this point you don't understand who Fresh and Fit are, it's ridiculous. But I think the pandering is becoming more prevalent as time progresses. Not only with Fresh and Fit, but just the Red Pill or the manosphere in general. Yeah. But I think the pandering is becoming way, way, way more prominent. But making sand references and trying to be more relatable by identifying as like a nerd or playing video games, when literally 3 years ago you were dismissing Agent and I because Agent grew up playing, or he got his name playing video games on the internet. Like, bro, y'all are just pandering to the common denominator, and that is desperate men, and you're just trying to come across as relatable to them. And the best way to relate to them is by making those references and by trying to explain to them why your way of living is the right way of living and trying to build and grow. But bro, y'all are emotional as hell.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I wonder if anybody continues to buy their course, because I want to see how it changes over the years.
But of course there will. Of course there will.
To fit all these things, because you're right. No, I have seen all the anime. We're trying to get all these people into anime. Hey, look, even cool kids can get into anime too. Shouts out to Slack King for the 5 gift subs. Laia.
Laia.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if they're just like, we do this list, we do this ranking is the best Dragon Ball Z characters, but you know what? We're still cool. We're still cool. I
don't think they're gonna go that deep. I think that as long as they make references, as long as they try to, because there's one
because it subtly lets somebody know without it being forced type beat.
I don't think they're ever gonna go like breaking down top 10 anime characters. I don't think they're gonna do that. But I think making references and wearing certain shirts and stuff like that to make it seem like that's what they do. And I'm not saying that they don't do it. I'm pretty sure they do.
But it's never been a part of their identity.
It's never been a part of their identity, and everything. They push it away because they believe that was a part of. Because like Myron has made comments about playing video games. Yeah, playing video games and watching sports is like this like negative connotation to who you are as a man, because you're wasting time doing X. Like all that stuff is the things that Dave talked about, but now all of a sudden they're trying to use that to leverage some form of relatability between their audience.
And mind you, I think that's like all red pill content creators, you know, they got like a checklist of things to attack at some certain point. Yep. I've just never seen somebody double back and be like, oh, no. You actually can do these things. Or we're going to pretend like we never even said it. No. And then go forward. But yeah, the checklist is definitely attacking video games. They always put it at X amount. You're grown man playing video games X amount of hours a week. Ugh. I mean, too corny, guys. What does Kyron do the whole time though when Myron is screaming?
Who?
Kyron.
Who's that?
James.
Who?
The dark skin one.
Oh no, the brother who's the producer's light skin.
No, it's Myron and who's the other one? The dark skin one.
Darker skin Myron?
No, Myron. What does Walter do the whole time though?
Walter he sits here and says the same thing. I don't. Yeah. I again to both of them, like I'm not gonna sit here and say, because this is where Omar and I disagree. I'm not gonna act as if like there's nothing that they say that doesn't have any credibility behind it. Say that. Okay.
Broken clocks are right twice a day.
Yeah, there's definitely some credibility behind what they spew, but I think that there's like nuances to a lot of conversations that they fail to go into, and because of the lack of nuances, it comes across the surface level. And when you're looking for outs and reasons to make excuses for your failures, you don't want nuances, because nuances make you do a lot of self-reflecting and come to conclusions about your bad decision makings that you've been trying to ignore all throughout your life. So you don't want nuance. You just want a surface level understanding of what's going on.
He's on fire!
That's it. It makes everything more palatable in life. It makes everything more easier to consume, digest, and then you're then able to project on what you believe to be a much more sustainable argument than actually looking within. And I just think that if somebody sit here and says that I think you're an emotional man because you're running around yelling in front of microphones, it's kind of crazy. And then there's clips of you doing that. It's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, that's the whole thing. But I do believe they're trying to stir up drama. Yeah, I do believe they're trying to stir up drama. So then, what was crazy? So then people got upset because Andrew Schulz and them were laughing at Myron and Walter, and they feel like they were laughing at them because they got demonetized and stuff like that. And then you had half of the red pill community talking about, oh, it's so crazy that comedians are laughing at someone who lost their right to freedom of speech. They didn't lose their right to freedom of speech. They're still able to upload anything they want to on YouTube. You all think that is some form of loss of freedom of speech is ridiculous. But more importantly, the irony of it all is that the people who are actually attacked freedom of speech on several occasions is actually Myron and Walter, where they tried to knock out people's channels like ours, like the lead attorney, like Aber and Preach, like Jamari. They try to do all of that by sitting here and silencing people because they just disagree with what they said about them. So the people who are actually against freedom of speech are the people that y'all continue to support. But again, bro, I don't like this. Bro, we're like in year 5 of like red pill content, bro. And the fact that you all can't find more reasonable, well-tempered men to follow is kind of crazy. And I think it speaks volumes on the space that they're in. Like, it speaks volumes about it. But I think the biggest problem is that I also think that shows the lack of consistency even within the space. Because for the simple fact that those people, the ones who yell and scream, are emotional, inconsistent with their logic, pandering, projecting, the fact that those are the men who can continue to stay on top in these conversations, I think it's very telling of the audience that's in the community. Because if those are the people you continue to gravitate to, I think that speaks volumes to.
But I don't think they ever wanted answers. The people that inhabit these communities, I don't think they ever wanted answers. They just want somebody to confirm their biases, that the reason why X, Y, and Z thing is going wrong for me is not my fault. But I also could be wrong on that one too.
I think it's both.
Because I don't think them niggas want answers.
But they think that is the answer to them though.
Oh, it's by finding somebody else to blame?
Yeah, they think that is the answer.
Yikes.